Okay, so here's another scenery update. I got this drying my pyramid ruins that are going to be in the big lake. Got little fans working here, drying things out so that I can pour my resin. I painted some of that, and I painted here. I really like how that's turning out. Looks amazing in person. So here we've got some more kind of a match situation going on now. You can still see the colors coming through, but it's more blended together. More subtle, I guess. I was fooling around with trying to make a UFO. These are a couple of the transformer micros that I picked up. And I got that painted in there. So I still haven't opened that last bag of sculpt mold. I did clean up, but it doesn't look like it. And like I say, this thing is what I was working on a lot. It took a little bit. I'm actually going to put the weight on there when I think of it. Couple of packages of rocks. And then we'll switch this USB. There we go. These little fans are $7. They're on an USB. I just came down here to move them. This one, we'll put this one here. And we'll put this one here. So yeah, what else we got going on? This is the mixing station. So when I do my washes, I use alcohol, you know, probably about 9-to-1 ratio. And then I can either use craft paint or latex paint. I get the sample custom colors from Lowe's. You know what craft paint looks like, stuff like this. This definitely is better paint than that, but you know, there's a price difference too. So you put about 10% paint in there, and then you fill it 90% with the alcohol. This is $1.75 a container, and then you spray all the washes on the rocks, and that's the effect that you're gonna get. And then you also have one spray bottle with just alcohol in it, so you can make it run like that. So it looks like the equivalent of erosion. So got lots of different greens and lots of different browns and lots of different tans. There's probably about 9 different colors on there. So fooling around with putting a different family truckster on the monster truck chassis. And I just wanted to show this. Been watching a lot of people, you know, going to the Woodland Scenics. This is from a hobby shop that isn't around anymore, and these are about over $20 Canadian now. And again, this is a different size than this. I use play sand for tan fine ballast, but I mean, this is from the dollar store, $2, 16. This is over 20 now. That's an old container, but people are, you know, going through. This is all play sand, guys. That's what all of that is. And then when I want bigger rocks, that's what the $2 Dollarama rocks are. So I have them where the 2 rapids are going to be. This pail was $4, and all the play sand bag, which fits in the pail, 5 gallons, I think it was $8 or $9 for the whole thing. maybe used 20% of it, 10% of it sort of thing. It'll last a long time. I got a evil Mercedes van on a monster truck chassis and a giant rubber duck and a Herbie. So got some more trees on here. This is how this has come out. And yeah, this section here is pretty close to done other than vegetation, but as far as rocks painting, it's blending enough for me and transitions to the more tan. Obviously have to do sculpt mold in here. I'll do that later. This guy has got the base coat of hydrocal on it and over top of plaster cloth. Have to do carving plaster or hydrocal and then carve it, put it on top and color the rocks. This thing is a monstrosity. It's such an odd shape. I had Cato bridges here, which I will put back, but those are temporary. And there's going to be a wood trestle that I'm going to build for these pits, for these valleys. And then the 3D steel trestle goes there. Cato bridges go there. This needs a lot more sculpt mold, and I still have to cover the removable tunnel mountaintop with plaster cloth. So when I crack out the plaster cloth for this last section here, then I'll do the same with that mountaintop. So yeah, I've got, you know, for all the runoff, I even saved my alcohol and paint washes and I put them back in the bottle, the stuff that drips down in between. This layout is modular. These are IKEA tables. They're about 2 by 3. That's the white section you're seeing, this tabletop, and then it's on top of a 1 by 3 frame, which is screwed to the wall, and then you've got Woodland Scenics risers or other foam sheets to build the mountains themselves. So I think this mountain, I'm gonna want to build it higher and more, at least more sloped, so that it transitions better with that, and then that riser will have to get taped and plastered as well. So there's no point in doing it yet because it might not be staying. So these little I guess they're condiment bottles for camping. Best thing ever for dripping glue. I think it's $2 for all 3. I use the yellow ones for the Mod Podge. What I put inside is alcohol or water, about 1:5 ratio of Mod Podge, and make sure everything is soaked with alcohol, and then drip the glue on top. The full strength on the bottom when you're doing something heavy like these rocks, but something lighter, very little. So this is all been lightly coated. All right, so that's pretty much the update for tonight. I will have another one soon. I am going to BC, so it'll be a couple days without them, but that wall is coming pretty close on the top level. We'll talk to you soon.